B-Man is back.
Oh, okay, Jay, boys, try it again. Oh my gosh, the man got messed up. This is a 5 out of freaking 5.
It is beat making time.
Next week is E3 week. My album comes out next week. I have the leopard.
You know what I'm saying? It's true. You know what I'm saying? But look at that, my God.
This is your boy. Alright, ladies and gentlemen of the YouTube citizens, y'all know who this is. This is your boy Dash the True Inferno. And I once again have to put back my topic back a week because of something that just happened recently, or is getting a lot of attention recently. And that is this. As you all know, the NBA have moved the All-Star game, the upcoming All-Star game, or All-Star weekend as a whole, from Charlotte, North Carolina. Now, you're probably wondering, why on earth, if you don't know, why on earth did they do that? Well, apparently recently, as far as last month, no, not last month, 2 months ago rather, North Carolina, the entire state, had passed a bill called the House Bill 2, which is a law actually. Basically what this law is, and I'm going to try to say this in layman's terms because any other term is stupid. So, basically, it's a controversial bill that limits the legal protection of the LGBT community. So you probably wonder what LGBT means. That means lesbian, gay, bisexual, and transgender. So, yeah, there you go with that. Now, the bill, however, is in favor of minorities and gender. So it protects those from everything. You know, getting a job, going into school, everything. But it don't do a damn thing about the LGBT community. And actually, that was my... Because remember, I said a couple of weeks back, there was 2 topics I was going to do that kind of connected. And one of them was about the L and the G. But that is a touchy subject because, once again, I said this before, I wasn't going to do it because I'm wishy-washy about that topic, you know. And I'm not going to talk about whether I support the LGBT or not or things of that nature. Because, again, it's a touchy subject. I'm not completely sure and things of that nature because, you know, like, I have no problem with the L. I have no problem with the G as long as they don't come towards me. However, there's my religious side. So, you know, it's a wishy-washy thing. But what I want to talk more about is everybody's reactions to this, and that's the NBA and the NFL and others. So, and NCAA actually, and all as well. So, starting with the NBA, as I mentioned, they moving the All-Star weekend out of North Carolina, out of Charlotte, actually. We don't know where it's going to be. However, it is moving out of Charlotte, but yet they tell us they want to bring it back in 2019. And I'm like, that's like 3 weeks. I mean, not 3 weeks, 3 years away. Actually, less than 3 years away. 2 years from this upcoming All-Star weekend. And I'm like, what's the point? Like, I don't get it. Like, that's so dumb. Like, if y'all moving it out because North Carolina, which was voted by Republicans, by the way, I mean, if y'all have a problem with this bill, you really think it's going to go away after 2 years? I'm not sure. I don't know. I mean, it could. It's a possibility. But what if this bill still stays intact in 2 years? Or less than 3 years, rather? Y'all still going to have All-Star Weekend there? And then what about the Charlotte Hornets? That's a team in the NBA that resides in Charlotte. What y'all going to do with that? Y'all going to move it out? I mean, you know, what y'all going to do? I mean, it seemed hypocritical to move the All-Star Weekend out of North Carolina, but yet you still have a team in Charlotte, North Carolina, and you talking about bringing it back in Charlotte, North Carolina in 2019. And I'm like, what's the point of moving it? Like, where do you stand? Like, if you're going to move it out of North Carolina, move the team out of Charlotte and never return until that bill is gone. You know, so, I mean, I don't see what the point. And then we get on to the NFL, Commissioner Roger Goodell, who basically have an issue with this, obviously. So him and the Carolina Panthers, which reside in Charlotte, I don't know if it's in Charlotte, but I know it's in North Carolina, obviously. So they trying to fight this issue. And then you got the NCAA, because they got if memory serves me correctly, the NCAA have the ACC conference tournament this upcoming season in, I believe it is in Charlotte, North Carolina. But now they look at this like, well, we don't know now. I mean, so far it's going to take place there, but you never know. Now, there are other sporting events that are supposed to take place in North Carolina, like the 2017 PGA Tour. It's supposed to be some racing event, taking something NASCAR related, taking place in October this year, things of that nature. And so it's a big deal, obviously. And and for the events that still taking place in Charlotte, North Carolina, does that mean they support this act? No. I mean, they probably it's like they don't care, which also don't sound good. But at the same time, it's like they could be under circumstances like we can't move it now, especially that NASCAR. That NASCAR is in October, this October, not October next year, but this October. So it's like, we can't move it now. It's too soon, things of that nature. Regarding the NCAA, again, they are on the fence. They don't know what they should do. Coach K, who is Duke's head coach, a college basketball team that resides in North Carolina, by the way, he not liking this bill at all. He don't like it at all. So he's stepping up, saying something about it. And so I don't know what the NCAA gonna do. We all know what the NBA gonna do. Now, regarding the PGA championships staying in North Carolina next year, I mean, if you look at the PGA, with Tiger Woods not there, I mean, who really cares? Like, who really cares about the PGA? I mean, nobody cares about the PGA. I'll be honest with you. And if you look at, this is just my 2 cents. If you look at the PGA, not the players, but those who won it, like, you can tell, like, they just scream Republican. I'm just saying, I could be wrong. But if you look at those guys, man, they just scream Republican. So, if they scream Republican, if they are Republican, then they don't give a damn about this bill passing or not. They're probably in favor of it. So, there you go with that. But yeah, it's crazy, man. Charlotte, and they talking about, and I actually read this article. They talking about something, because of this bill passing, Charlotte could potentially lose $4.2 billion because of this law or this bill being passed. So, and I'm like, damn, like that's a lot of money. That really is. I got the article up, but not 4.2, 4.5 billion. So let me read this real quick. North Carolina is now at risk of losing 4.5 billion of federal funding, according to a statement from the Human Rights Campaign, which claimed the new law is in direct violation of Title IX, a federal non-discrimination act. So, it's not looking good. And let's be real. Now, I'm going to be honest with you. I got, as far as I know 2 females who live in North Carolina. Well, yeah. 2 females who live in North Carolina, rather. Both of them really cute, but that's another story for another day. And obviously, both of them are not affected by this bill. But I'm going to be honest with you, who really wants to be in North Carolina? There's outside of the college basketball scene, and to some degree the college football scene, and obviously you got the Carolina Panthers, but there's nothing else there, It really ain't. And, so, it's going to make more people want to move out, where, those who are in the LGBT community, and how many of those are there down there? I don't know. But, like I said this throughout this entire video, I'm going to say it one more time, it's not looking good. It's really not looking good. That's all I got to say about that. But, yeah, I just thought that the NBA, they kind of wishy-washy with their decision to move All-Star Weekend out of North Carolina. Go all the way. Either go all the way or keep it there. But don't just be in between talking about, we're going to move this year's All-Star Weekend out, but everything else remain the same. The Charlotte Hornets will stay there. We may come back in 2019. I'm like, what was the point of getting rid of it, moving it out for 2017? That's so retarded. So, yeah, there you go with that. And we won this game, obviously. My boy Piccolo making the top 4 right here. And his boy, Maine on the Moon. I was gaming with him there as well, obviously, because the 3 of us are in green. And I had a pretty good game, man. Y'all know who this is. This is the new Jay Gatsby, a.k.a. the new Stephen A. Smith, saying peace out, y'all, and see y'all next time. Yeah. with the disclaimer out the way, let me get on to the topic. And the topic is this. Cops are fucking up. Now, that's one of the topics, but that's really the main topic right here. Because we all know what happened last week. And yeah, this had happened in the past where the cops fucked up and shot an innocent bystander, somebody who was innocent, who was not threatening, who did not have a threatening